Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. I know the report is a little late. I've been having pretty much the whole day yesterday migraines, huge migraines, and it was like I cannot even think. So I took some time to take off. But I was looking at this like, where is that coming from? What is this? Is like, why it is affecting me so much? The thinking process, this brain, this left side of the brain ruled by Mercury. Guess what? Mercury was over my natal Mercury at Scorpio. And my sun right now is where the sun is, but currently the sun is squaring Jupiter, right? And the sun is opposing Chiron. So things are, when you get to your own chart and you look at astrology, it shows you the things that you need to work on it. So it doesn't only reply for other people, but it also applies to you. But it gives you a little bit of explanations and a guidance where you need to go, right? Where you need to be in there. And this is one of the things when you know your own chart or when you look at it through your own chart, how is the things you get in a different explanations about the learnings that you're going to see it. I want to show you something just so you guys can be kind of like aware of this is my own chart, okay? And right in here, that is Mercury at the 5 degrees 39 minutes. And this is the chart that it's for today, right? And here is Mercury, it's at 5 degrees 20 minutes, right? And it is between the true Lilith and Mars. And as we see on it today, the Sun, it is at 17 degrees, but that is it beginning the squares, Jupiter, but it's opposing Chiron, right? Chiron at 25 degrees. And as we see it here, this is the Sun, and pretty soon I'm going to be getting into this new stuff that I need to do with my own Chiron, right? So it's about you to understand that how the astrology is working is pushing your buttons where you're supposed to be, and it's pushing at the buttons collectively in its own way. So we have a lot of good things happening, a lot of good things that are coming. We have today the moon is joining Uranus. As I stated in there before, right now you're learning what you need to do. Okay. Hi, Nimira. And Uranus is going to be telling us, I'm giving you these informations that right now the universe tells you not now. But a lot of the people want to have these energies, right? They want to have things. They want things to move in. And Uranus says, like, hold yourself there. Okay, I'm going to give you first the knowledge. I'm going to give you the wisdom. I'm going to give you the awareness. I'm going to restrict things that you're going to do. And I'm going to point you where the love has to come from. Has to start in the soul, within you, healing you. It's in Virgo, right? Because Venus is going to be moving back home at Libra. And that is when you apply the love with others. Okay, so seeing it as these energies, guys, I'm talking to you about this. So here is the moon Uranus, that's beautiful sextile, these blue synchronized energies, right, with Saturn and Neptune. And here we see a Pluto, the big guys, they're all retrograde. They all send you back. Is like, hold your horses, whoa, Nelly, right? But we are seeing that this energy is particularly connecting with Venus. But Venus has what? She's like, why I'm limited? Why the things doesn't happen right now? What is my vision doesn't manifest? What is the things in Saturn says, you're not ready in the mental process. Okay? Neptune, who is currently in Aries, says like, I'm going to go send you back before the birth. You have things that you have to let it go, your own expectations. But you also have to learn what? Self-love. Self-love that it's required to heal. So now, knowing this energies today, We are going to be getting into this process. The moon is going to be sending all these beautiful, beautiful energies, but we have to also dealing with what? With the rest of them that it's not good. You see, a lot of the people, they're getting into this energy that one of the things to go down and they think like, oh my God, what is it going on? You need to understand, the way the gravity works is through the fatal attractions in magnets. If you put north towards north, right, they're not going to come together. When you put south and north, they just boom right away coming together like a glue, right? So through the positive and through the negative learnings that it comes to us, we are able to what? Producing a gravity field, okay? And that gravity field is going to be attract or reject things in life. But we have to understand that the issues that we are dealing with it, okay, they are based of that magnetism. They are based of that gravity. They are based of that emitting energies from us that it's coming. Because walking on the street, okay, go take a look at certain people. With certain people, you can have like a almost immediate boom, attractions. Is something attracted you, something goes in there. They feel it, you feel it, right? With certain people, they're just moving out away from you. They just like, as soon as they see you, they just like bolt out. It's like, man, they're just running out like a horse out of the stable. And you're wondering, what did you did? He didn't did anything. It's just the gravity field is accepting or it's rejecting things from within. And when you have a higher level of understanding within yourself with this, you're understanding what is coming towards your life. So what is going to be coming in today? The moon is going to be moving through, she's going to be moving through a Gemini. It's about socializing. It is about how you do it, your internal socializing, how you're acting or reacting with others, particularly what I just tell you. And this is what the Gemini is. Gemini is when you communicate with similar people like you. The first thing you are born, the second thing you learn the material world, which is Taurus, and the third thing is you're learning what? Socializing. Why you need to learn the socializing? Because you need to learn how to behave. Where? At home. And the behavior at home will determine it, how it's going to be your creation, which is going to be a Leo. And then through a Leo, you see the positive, the negative side of the creations. You fixing the things at Virgo. And whatever that fixing at Virgo does, it's going to set the pace for the relationships that you have. And if you don't have a good relationships, you have to go back and looking at what do you have between Aries to Libra, okay? Something there is not quite okay. And this is what we are going to be doing it today. We're going to be working on this, socializing. So at 8 at 9 o'clock, the energy is going to be a little bit intensified, but over the moon, we're going to see some very beautiful energies that is going to be coming in towards Mercury. That's 150 degrees. It is about understanding that you have to go dive deep into the issues so you can be able to rise up. You're the positive, okay? You're the positive side of the magnet, and negative things are coming to you. So you can be able to embrace the negative and increasing and growing your energy field. That's how it goes, okay? That's how it goes. All right. So 10 o'clock energy, there's going to be some communications, talks. Mars is going to come out in the horizon, but things that we're seeing it right now, that Mars, Mercury, and Pluto, right now, it is about this internal wars of transformation. And this is why right now we're going to have some headaches. Okay, we're talking about Mercury squaring Pluto. Oh, I didn't know. I don't like what you see. I don't want this. This is not the proper way. Oh, but why? Do you ever question yourself why? And this is going to be some deep things, because Aquarius wants the new things. And we have to thinking about it, about the new things that we develop. with what kind of consciousness and what the consequences is. Because in the past 200 years, okay, with all the technologies advancements, guess what? We're seeing that the earth is not the same. The trees is not the same. The water is not the same. We're doing something wrong, right? And our Pluto is like, wait a minute, if you want to continue with these evolutions, you need to do something different. You need to change, but change happens first within. So this digging a deep is going to be trigger some things, but the truth is going to come out. Lilith is going to be currently working with Jupiter and Venus. It's about you growing in where? In the darkness. You're the seed. And this is what a lot of people, don't get it. You see these energies of Lilith rising on the horizon is going to be at 11 o'clock in the morning. You see the inner work is going to be with Venus. And here we're seeing a Jupiter, right? If you were not raised in a proper family, you need to make a proper family. And when you make the proper family, you raise the family the way you think you should be right. Okay? That is a corrections. And it's going to be a test because the same thing that happened in the family, if they weren't proper, it's going to happen to you to test you. Have you fix it? And this is going to be a Jupiter. And we're going to see this when a Jupiter turns retrograde. All right? This is also another thing. Try not to do things in the family right now. It's not going to work. Okay? You have things that you need to regrow. Okay? The seed needs what? Environment. And you're the seed right now. You need this environment in there. And you are right now developing this environment. So those are going to be things that you're going to learn from Lilith because she is where? It's Scorpio, into the underworld. Okay? All right. 12 o'clock, this is going to be some, the energy of seeking at the balance that is going to be leading to this figuring it out. This energy is going to be like, okay, let me figure it out. I need to make a balance deal. Okay, you asked me to be staying positive, but I've been attracting this negative energy. What's wrong? Why this negative starts happening in my life? And the negative side, it comes in. Because if you look at it, the both positive and negative, they are pointing what? To understanding the whole thing. And then when you're accepting the negative, what it's negative and how you can embrace that. So the negative joins to the positive, right? So now they become one magnet. So what happens is now the growth of this new magnet, which is you have additional south and a north node, but they are big. You evolve, your gravity field evolve, and all this is evolved, right? And then it comes the next one, and then it comes in the next one, and then it comes in the next one, and then it becomes so big that you're wondering what happened in there. Why the people doesn't resonate with you? They're afraid to grow. Don't have a fear to grow. Okay? Don't have that fear because fear can prevent you from what you're supposed to become. Your higher potential self from your soul. And we are right now in a positions of rewriting things, redoing things, rethinking this process, learning this process. Okay? All right. Keeping it going at 3 o'clock, the energy is going to be pretty good. You're going to be understanding the power of the seed. The inner work is going to be facing Lilith. This is going to be some interesting moments because that is a beautiful trine. Because Lilith, the mean Lilith, she is at 22 degrees and Jupiter is at 23. So tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and it's about the next few days, is going to be focus of that growth. Right? This is understanding the family patterns, developing the new patterns. Because when a Jupiter goes retrograde, then it goes direct. You're going to be building it. Okay? And this is how you're going to be growing and developing something that you never developed from before. But it's going to be required to go to the negative depth. All right, well, transformation is going to come in and knocking on the door at the event horizon is like, times to change. What do you want to change? Well, currently Pluto is squaring Mars and is squaring Mercury. communications break down. You don't want to talk about certain things. You don't want to talk about dark stuff. There is a lot of been going on. You're looking at for investigations. It's turning things upside down, and it's like you getting information, and there's like no information for this. You going to do something. There is no this for that, and you're like, what happened? Why the things? I know the things, but I cannot find them. And all of a sudden, this is going to be what? Agitate you. Okay? And right now, Mercury is going to be looking towards Uranus. He's like, tell me what I need to do. Go back. Go back and see what you really know. Is that what it is? Okay? Is the material world is what it was purposefully created, right? Because we are going to have in a quite a bit time, okay, we're going to have some, as I said, even in a month from now, in there, we're going to have Uranus. It's going to go back to Taurus. This is go back 29 degrees, 54 minutes in Taurus. This is in a month. In another month, okay, he's going to be even to go back at the 28 degrees. He's going to go back to teach us what we need to do at Taurus. And that's what he says. Not now. I'm teaching you things. Don't develop it, create now. Rewrite it. Rethinking. Okay, I'm going to give you special things. I'm going to give you what you missed. You're trying to find something, but that something is written in the stars. I'm going to bring it down. You know, this is Uranus. He's the cosmos, the energy, the universe, right? I'm going to give it to you. Downloads. So we're going to have a lot of few months of downloads in there. We're going to have this energies that is going to be coming in. So why you focus right now developing this? You are right now on a drawing board, while you want right away to manifest things. Manifest it with the proper mindset, and things just gonna happen like this. Okay? Because you're gonna know. You're gonna cooperate with the energies of the universe, and that's what a Pluto right now, very powerfully when it comes in into the ascendant, is going to be this powerful energies that right now, today, we are going to be see. Here's a Pluto in the ascendant. That energy is going right directly to the moon and Uranus. Okay? Beautiful time, beautiful realizations. But it's require what? Learning things. Adjusting things. Okay? All right. 5 o'clock, the energy is going to be shift more about it. There's going to be a lot of these dualities because the inner work is going to be at Sag, squaring Venus and Saturn. Particularly, we're going to have some tough time in the next pretty much week until, Venus is going to be moving out of this Virgo situations, because right now, particularly tomorrow, this is going to be kind of like a very high level, because this is going to be the exact when the Venus is going to be opposing Saturn. And usually this is this hermit mode, go deep in a hermit mode, suppressing the love. Nobody loves me. I didn't got this, I didn't got that, and so on and so on. That's going to teach you self-love. You got to love yourself. You got to create this family. Jupiter right now is sextiling Venus. And that's what it tells you in Toto. Hey, Peter, I'm having a rough time. Yeah, a lot of people are having a rough time right now. This is a collective energy in there. But Peter, you have to know your chart to see how it is. Because there is a lot of other things you need to know. You need to know your chart. You need to understand your progressive chart, how you progress throughout the years, and see what is your missing things, okay? Because there is also, particularly on T-squares, if you have a T-squares in your chart, that means you skip certain things. But if you look at it where the energies is leading you, And why you having a rough time? That is it because you're lacking certain understandings in there. Okay, so that's what it is. If you guys need some personal assistance, you need some astrology reading, shoot me an email over at astroviber@gmail.com, and we'll talk. All right. So 6 o'clock, the energy is going to be a little bit more about, okay, I'm learning. I need to learn this. Why am I suppressed? Why am I feelings? Why am I suppressing the love? What is my values about love? What is my values about material situations? Why am I so when it comes to being with others? Because right now Venus is where at Virgo, right? And this is going to be the challenge in there. I'm challenging you. Go and look at it, the legend of Australia. Okay, she came to help the humanity to heal and so on, everything, and the humanity is like, oh, we don't want you. You don't give us some money. You don't give us a gold. You don't give us this and so on. We don't need you. And she got mad and she went out in hermit mode up in the sky. And then she is waiting for the humanity to get in the right place, right? To come back and fulfill her mission. And this is how you're gonna feel. Are you at that Australia right now? Can you be able to get that inner love? To love the people no matter what, right? Tough times, right? So Saturn is going to be teaching you and learning you about this. All right, 7 o'clock, the things is going to be a little bit more intensified because the energy is going to be focused. But what should I do in the meantime, the material world? Do what you have to. You know, let's say, for example, you can go and work on let's say, start project of something to prepare for right now. Okay, if you let's say, having a rough time in the material world, lack of money, lack of situation, lack of place to live, and so on and so on, in there, thinking about it, why did you get to that point? How did you get to that point? What was, because right now you are in a tough time in there because of things that happens in the past. Your actions in the past lead you to this moment, right? What did you learn from this? There is something you have to rewrite from the past. So whatever it is, you can find a job, whatever it's a clinic, whatever it's a coffee shop, or whatever it is, right? Do whatever it takes. But right now, whatever it takes, he also has to come up here. And you may gonna have some challenges, particularly about others. Why? Because that energy is opposing Mars, who is at Scorpio. Mars is currently like, well, this was not fair. I had a contract with these people. They don't pay me. I had a things with about material possessions with other people. They didn't get it. I got this. And you want to go avenge and revenge, right? You don't feeling right. You're blaming others. We're gonna point the finger towards you. It's like, okay, I didn't do proper ways with others. I didn't communicate the proper way with others. I didn't transform myself about others, and now I lost everything. Why? Because I didn't learn how to cooperate with others. Right? This is gonna go from personal scale all over to all the areas of life. Okay, we're gonna see some of these things. There's gonna be some reports. You're gonna see who win, who lost, and so on and so on in there. But right now it's the moment not to be in a fight within ourselves, but to dive deep. That energy is gonna calm down, of course, in the next hour. It's gonna be at 8 o'clock. The moon in Uranus is gonna be rising on the horizon. The inner work's gonna be with Pluto. You're gonna be like, it's time for me to change. I get it. Now the moon, it's pointing some beautiful energies towards Mars. It's like, okay, calm down. Look at the spirit. How you socializing? How you communicating in there? How did you know about how to be with others? What do you do with others? How did you deal? Did you share your toys with kids? Did you learn how to share things? Did the people got advantage out of you because they had two-faced it? That it's also Gemini, right? You're a Gemini, you have a tough time? Probably. So with all this right now, all this beautiful energy, it is what? See, in Scorpio is your intimacy with others. The moon in Gemini, it is about your socializing skills with others, right? Self-development in there. And this is how the divine energies, those 150 degrees, they are working. Okay? Those are more karmic situations. And now the moon is going to calm down that Mars. It's like, look within you. You're the seed. Hold your actions, but learn and mature and grow and understand the masculine values of dignity, honor. Okay, look within you. Be the protector. Be the warrior within for evolution. Because if he doesn't evolve, Pluto's not going to support you. Okay? So Mars has to use the divine energies. So here is what I'm giving you, guys. See, here is Mars. He's currently in square with the midheaven and Pluto, right? But he has to use the intuition, the energy that it comes in with Uranus and the moon. And that energy is going back to the inner work with Pluto, transformation. So this is now working, right? But for those who want to be developing their divine masculine's energies in there, they have to look what? What do they have in the Gemini, or the process of 3-year-old? How develop this? Because in that energies, the feelings, the emotions within others is a feeling, the energies within others, right? But this is where you develop empathy. Okay, so that energy of the empathy is leading to open the door with what? The values, intimacy, okay, with others. And that's how you learn. Okay? All right, 9 o'clock energy is going to be teaching us, is going to be more harmonizing. This not going to be this, hopefully you learn it from this hour in there. It's going to be very beautiful. Later on, though, at 10 o'clock, we are going to be seeing it that the inner work is going to be squaring the moon. You're going to begin to what? In the duality, because the inner work is going to be at the beginning of Pisces. But that energy that it's going to be coming in right now is going to be just for a little bit. So, yes, you can have the shadows of a doubt about anything and everything. But later on at 11 o'clock is all about the growth. We're going to see this growth. Okay? Here how the energies is changing. This is the event horizon, the ascendant. We have a Jupiter, and we see these synchronized energies within the North Node. These beautiful, beautiful divine energies with the sun. You're putting the authority of the spirit of where you need to go in life. Okay? And that's how the balance begins first in soul and the spirit. Then goes through your mind. The mind creates different emotions. The emotions creates different energy. The energy creates a different magnet. And the magnet creates a different gravity. And that's how things works. All right, guys, that's all I have for you for right now for today. And I'm going to be just giving you in the morning. We're going to have the moon that's going to be going into more within Gemini. And we are going to go through a skip step. Some of the people are going to be trying to skip step. The moon is going to be T-square the knots. You want to try to skip again, things like before. Can you skip things? No, because things are like the waves of the ocean. They come to shore, they crash, and they go back to the sea. And you're skipping things, you cannot. They're going to come back again. All right? But if you evolve, you're going to be what? Look at these big giant stone. They sit into the sea, and the waves are coming, and you know how to deal with them, right? But you have to develop yourself. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for the click, like, shares, and the subscribes. And again, if you need some personal assistance, astroviber1111@gmail.com. All right, guys, much love. I wish you good luck, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh, you're welcome, Namira.